Coming to get that 3 seed.
Captain Mo Cass knows that he controls his own destiny for the bye. If he can win a couple of games against Cold-Blooded, John Eliezer walks. A couple of men on now, but Mo Cass himself flies out, unable to advance the runners. But later in the inning, Nussi Yakubovich, another big hit. He's come through a bunch of times for this team this year. That's a double, and the ones who knock go up 1-0. Here's Jack Abadi having an MVP caliber year this year. That's a base hit past the reach of a diving Toot Matuk Greenstein Jr. And that puts men on the corners for El Capitan, Joe Eshko-Eshkenazi. He does what he's supposed to do, flies out to right field, gets the run home, and we have a tie ball game, 1-1. But the rally didn't stop there. Ralph Hannon walks Sammy Towell and follows that up with yet another walk, this one to Hank the Hammer, although he had to be notified that that was ball 4. Bases are now reloaded again. Here's Solly Towell. He grounds out to John. John goes to third, but another run scores, and Cold-Blooded takes a 2-1 lead. Cold-Blooded was able to tack on a third run in the first inning before Mike Chira popped up to Hannon himself. 3-1 Cold-Blooded after 1, but here comes the ones who knock. Ground ball to the right side, gets the runner over. But that's as far as he would go, as he was stranded on second to end the second inning. Over to the third inning, here's Ralph Toot Matuk Greenstein Jr. doing what he does. That's a nice leadoff base hit for Toot. Mavora comes up next. Mavora gets under 1. That's a pop up to right. Unable to advance. Toot. But he does draw the throw. So, man on first for John. John, beautiful piece of hitting right up the middle. Gorgeous shot. So that puts 2 men on for Mo Cass. Mo Cass connects on one. Pretty deep, but they respect his power. They're standing there. That brings up Nussi Yakubovich with men on the corners. Again, it's a 3-1 ball game. Nussi goes the other way, and Jake makes a diving stab at it, but unable to make the catch. That's a big 2-out hit by Nussi, and the score is suddenly 3-all. Leo escapes further damage, gets Marty Anthony by striking him out looking on the outside corner. Bottom of the third, looking to respond. Here's Jack Abadi, ground ball. John blocks it, and then able to make the throw. Retires Jack Abadi, but here come the walks. Joe Eshko gets on. Sammy Towell drives one to right field yet again. That's a base hit. Men on the corners. And Cold-Blooded wastes no time to retake the lead. Beautiful base hit by the Hammer, Hank. And now it's 4-3 Cold-Blooded. 2 innings later, scores tied again at 4. Here's Mike Chira. Big knockout of Mike C going to left field. And Cold-Blooded is pumped up. They take the lead yet again in the 5th inning. Here comes Jack Abadi. He actually homered twice on the day. Here's the pitch from Hannon. Abadi explodes on one, but look at Shimmy. Able to flag that one down and makes the leap and grab. Great play by Shimmy Cohen. He's having a great year. Let's take a look at that replay. Jack drives one. Looks like a gapper, but Shimmy got a perfect read on the ball and makes the catch to stop the bleeding. Cold-Blooded leads by 2. Here's John Eliezer. He rips one down the left field line. DK able to cut it off, but that brings the tying run to the plate. With 2 outs in the 7th, Mo Cass steps up, ground ball.
That's it.
Throws to second base, and that's the game. A big win by Cold-Blooded. They improve to 6-7. The ones who knock fall to 7-6, with one more ever important game to be played on the day.
Game ball. Guys, we're Cold-Blooded. Hold up. Game ball. When we needed it, he grinded every pitch. Leo. Jack Abadi hit bombs. I won this.
Okay, game 2. This is a huge game. 6-7 versus 7-6. Top of the first inning. Way to set the tone, Jack Abadi. He hits one way over the right fielder's head. He's going to come all the way around for his second home run of the day. He slides, follows all the protocols, and it's 1-0 Cold-Blooded.
That's 2 free sandwiches. That's 2 free sandwiches. Let's get raw. Let's get raw. Let's get roll.
I'll tell you if we're going to get some.
They're gonna walk you.
Okay, top of the second, 1-0 Cold-Blooded. Here's Solly Towel. He's unable to get the runner over from second. That's an unproductive pop out.
No.
But have no fear, because the Raw Dog is here. Let's get Raw. Hits it hard. John unable to make the play. That's going to put men on the corners for DK. DK. Here's the pitch from Hannon. Ground ball to short. John unable to make the play. A run will score. That puts 2 men on now. And Cold-Blooded takes a 2-0 lead. Ends up being 3-0. Here's Ruby. Hits it well. Sack fly. Gets the run home. Nice piece of hitting. But look at this. Did he leave early? All of Cold-Blooded seems to think that he left early. In a synchronized storming of he left early. But the umpire wasn't fooled. And we're going to officially warn Cold-Blooded from cutting that out before the playoffs begin, because we cannot have a game determined on that nonsense, as much fun as they got out of it. Here's Avi Dweck. He skies one. That's a big triple for Avi. That makes the score 3-2. Here comes the ones who knock. Cold-Blooded, however, responds right away. Top of the third, here's Hank. Right off of Ralph Hannon's hand. Another run scores. They scored 2 in the top of the third. They scored 2 more in the top of the fourth to go up 7-2. And then when a ball later in the game went off Ralph's finger, forced him out of the game, Cold-Blooded went on a rampage and scored 11 runs at one point. That 11-run 6th inning brought the final score to 18-5. Both teams ended at 7-7. Via tiebreak, Cold-Blooded gets the 4 seed, and the ones who knock are tied with DX for the 5 seed. They'll play tonight to determine who gets into the playoffs.
Let's go.